Good morning. So we are meeting this afternoon at 2 o'clock at room 319, I think 312 and 313 in Department C. Thank you for your request. You requested a presentation or mini workshop on self-regulated learning strategies, and we will meet and talk about this today. But this is an introduction, and just to let you know what we are going to talk about this afternoon. First of all, self-regulated learning strategies, as described or defined by one of the psychologists. His name is Zimmerman. And Zimmerman said self-regulated learning strategies or theory, self-regulated learning theory describes how learners regulate their thoughts, emotions, actions, and learning process in order to academically and how these learners improve their performance of using systematic strategies of learning, how learners process information, how the brain of the learner think and learn the foreign language. There are many types of learning strategies. We in the afternoon we'll be talking about cognitive learning strategies, which is how learners learn or process listening or reading or speak. For example, for listening, we will talk about active listening, the difference between active listening and passive listening. And we will be talking also about how students, when they listen, for example, sometimes to learn some vocabulary. They listen to translate. They listen to. Our focus will be on listening for understanding and for proficiency, which is when learners listen to a passage, they try to understand the whole passage as a whole without as holistically understanding without focusing on particular understanding particular words. For example, when learners listen to a speech or to any type of talk show or listening passage, they listen and they don't understand every single word in the passage, but they listen to understand the whole passage and will be ready to answer any question on this passage without the need to understand every single word in the passage. The same rule applies to reading. Uh, we will talk about how the importance of teaching the students how to skim and scan a passage in order to understand the passage and answer its questions without the need to understand every single word in the passage. But at the same time, we will also talk about the need to understand. We are not saying here that the students shouldn't understand vocabulary or shouldn't learn every single word in the vocabulary. But there are times when students read or listen for the sake of learning new vocabulary. This is the goal. They are listening in order to learn new vocabulary, or they are listening to answer questions. Are they in the learning mode or testing mode? We will discuss all this in the afternoon. I don't want to go over everything now, but we will talk about it in the afternoon at 2 o'clock. We will go over some learning strategies, that cognitive learning strategies that I learned from students. So uh, we are not making up our own learning strategies or imposing our own learning strategies on students and tell them, okay, here are the learning strategies that you must or you should use. But in the same time, we can do this, but also we can share with them other learning strategies that used by high achievers in this course, and uh, give them the option to use these strategies. For example, we will be talking about something called shadowing and listening, and we will talk about memorization game, immediate recall. There are many strategies that we will cover this afternoon. And these strategies called cognitive learning strategies, but at the same time, there are other strategies called metacognitive learning strategies. And the metacognition is how learners control their uh, thoughts, emotions, actions in the learning process. How they set goals, how they manage their time at home, how they uh, monitor their own learning without the need for others to come and monitor them and give them recommendation or assess or evaluate their learning. We do the self-assessment, and we will be talking about this cognitive, metacognitive. آه، يعني خلاصة الكلام إن إحنا لما نتقابل بعد الظهر إن شاء الله هندرس طرق التعلم. طرق التعلم يعني إزاي الطالب بيفهم المعلومات versus teaching strategies. Teaching strategies are completely different from learning strategies. التيتشنج strategies دي اللي هي الأستاذ إزاي بيدخل الصف وبيحضر وإزاي بيعلم الطلاب، لكن الليرنينج strategies دي معناها إن الطالب لما يكون قاعد في الصف إزاي أو في البيت وهو بيدرس إزاي بيقدر التعلم في المخ بتاع الطالب بيحدث إزاي. هنتكلم عن كل ده النهارده بعد الظهر، وهنشوف طرق متنوعة للتعلم عن طريق التذكر. الميمورايزيشن جيم هندرسه كويس، وهنشوف ازاي مخ الطالب ممكن يتعلم الحاجات دي، وهنشوف في الاستماع في حاجات كتير، وفي القراءة، وفي تعلم مثلا الكلمات والجرامر وكل شيء. Why do we need to do teach teachers or educate teachers about learning strategies? We should teach them about teaching strategies. Actually, we need to do both. We need learn to understand how the learners process information, so we can give recommendation to students, so we can when we counsel the students, we give them options, many options, learning strategies. We can pair students together and help them transfer or share learning strategies among them. Counseling is very important. الكونسلنج اللي هو لما بنقعد مثلا مع الطالب في نهاية الكورس ونديله، أو في نهاية في نهاية اليونت، ونقول له مثلا أنت العلامة بتاعتك كانت كذا، أو يو سكور مثلا سي أو سي ماينس أو أي درجة من الدرجات اللي خدها. طيب في الليسننج، طيب يبقى أنت محتاج مساعدة في الليسننج. طيب أنا عايز أفهم أنت بتدرس الليسننج ده في البيت ازاي بتعمل ليسننج. لو كان الطالب ما بيعملش يعني ما عندوش طرق تعلم، لانه طبعا you know that most of the students who come here to this course, they came after high school. Many of them came after high school, so they were not challenged in high school. There was no challenging. They just finished the high school course, which is too easy. They didn't do homework. They didn't study hard, and it's easy to pass the high school and exams and have your high school diploma. But when they come here, it's a very intensive course. كورس صعب جدا، لازم الطلبة لمدة 64 بيدرسوا دراسة يعني intensive. This course is an intensive course and they have to study at home and study here في المعهد. طيب الطلبة دول اللي هم جايين ما يعرفوش، ما عندهمش learning strategies، احنا لازم نعلمهم ازاي يتعلموا، يعني وازاي يفكروا في ان هم بيدرسوا ازاي. That's why they say metacognition is thinking about thinking and learning about learning. كل الحاجات دي مش عايز أسبق الأحداث، لأن كل هذه الأمور سنناقشها معا إن شاء الله في النهاردة بعد الظهر الساعة 2. وشكرا لكم ونراكم الساعة 2 إن شاء الله. أشكركم، مع السلامة.